Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Hi,
Welcome. Hi,
Jessica.
Jessica. Welcome.
Hello. Hi,
You,
thank you for having me. Thank you.
you're very welcome. It's great. So let's just make sure that everything's all set up. If you guys are on, let us know that you can hear us and see us okay. Let us know if there's any echoes. Jessica, you can join on Instagram. Did you put through the request?
I am on it. I see it here, but I don't see it to
Hi,
West.
Janelle.
Okay, so go in. I think you have to push like the camera button or something at the bottom that's like, there's some kind of a way that says request to join, and then you'll be able to join us.
Okay, Duque, I am
Just push some buttons around there. In the meantime, people
Hi,
are tuning in
Monica.
anyway, so we have time.
Hi,
great.
Monica.
Yeah. Hey, Monica. Hey, Janelle. All right. So we are streaming on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn,
YouTube.
YouTube, all the platforms.
Including we're streaming directly to God, I think.
Yeah, even to God. Exactly. Today
It's really
we,
important. So
of
he's
course.
listening.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at these times.
Yes.
And we have, oh, hi, Marcus, by the way.
Hi,
Hi.
Marcus.
And
Sun fixed.
Marcel.
I fix sun.
Yeah, I fix that. So the topic that we want to cover today. Oh wait, but before I jump in, Jessica, are you finding it or no?
I'm not, and it might be because I'm on my computer and doing this on my phone. Could that
Ah,
be?
It's fine.
fine. Okay, so no
No
worries.
problem.
That's
No
totally
problem.
fine. Okay,
Okay.
so
Hi, Ahmed.
basically,
Hi, Ahmed.
hi Ahmed, hi, and hi Monica Trepper.
Hi, Monica.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a lot of people that have joined. Fantastic. So
Facebook user
Shamaya, excellent.
Shamaya. Excellent. Good.
Okay, so the idea today was to talk about two very opposing points of view. We have Free Palestine and we have, Save Israel and the two movements, and no side sees the other. And there's that topic which we're going to get to. There's also the topic which is how Jessica came to be here on the live with us today. And Jessica is a great friend and an amazing person. And we were speaking quite a lot during these times. And she was saying, it's really tough. I want to help. I just don't know what I can do. And so I said, okay, join the live. I know Jessica only has about 10 minutes to be on. So you won't be on for the entire segment. Totally fine. But just for like the 10 minutes, let's start to cover, first of all, people that are in a harrowing state of mind, that it's tough and they want to help and there's so much hate, and what to do, right? And you can see if you can add on, of course.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, and I don't want to speak for everybody. I cannot speak for everybody, but I know that as a general, um, I'm Jessica. I am Jewish. I have a love for all people of all colors, of all races, of all religions, and I think at this point, there are such tremendously horrific images and videos coming about of our brothers and sisters, and for people that have love. And I'm not speaking about everybody. Everybody has their own ideology. However, we want peace in general. We want love. We have love for the innocent Palestinians as well. What do we do to bring this light without all of the free Palestine, flatten Gaza craziness? Because this is not going to answer anything. What do we do to bring in a mass force of light on a broad scale, on a massive scale, for the Jewish people and for the Palestinian people and for the people all over the world? How do we do this? How do we not just go in circles here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can divide the people to two. Those that has been affected directly by this situation, by this
Fathomable.
unfathomable situation, and those that watching it and get affected. Okay, we will handle the first group later, but first of all, those people that watching those images and get all turned on and crazy and sad and upset, and some want to kill all Israelis and some want to kill all Palestinians and some want to kill for no reason at all. They're just people going crazy.
Yeah.
The only thing that you can do is really control yourself and realize that if you will not decide that you are not affected and you are not becoming upset over what's happened, you will not be able to help. You will just add more fire to one side or to the other side. And it's not important which side you put the fire on, there is fire, and fire is not good for anyone. So the first thing, one of the words, or one of the definitions of the word responsibility is the ability to withhold, to not do just what you want to do. So if I'm responsible, and someone really upset me and I can kill him because I've been trained to do that, if I'm actually responsible, I would withhold myself and not do that. If my wife shouting at me and I'm responsible, I would not shout at her in an effort to stop shouting. So the first thing you need to do is to raise your own responsibility and realize that the only ethical things to do right now is to not be misemotional.
What does that mean? Misemotional.
Misemotional is any emotion that do not contribute to the end result. If my end result is to help the Israelis, by me being upset and telling them, yes, we need to kill all the Palestinians, look what they've done to you, I'm not helping. It's already been done. But if I will give them the picture of there is tomorrow, it seems like the world has ended, but there's always tomorrow. We went through the Nazis regime, we managed, we will go through that. So it will be, it's nothing stay the same. Thing will change. It seems like life stop and there's no future. And for those people that lost loved ones, it's probably very, 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 very real right now
It
that
is.
there's no future. But I want to give a different viewpoint. When someone die, when someone die, let's say my son, God forbid, die. I lost one person. He lost his body, his memories, his wife, his children, his car, his possession, his memory. He lost everything. Now he, assuming that he is actually a spiritual being, feel that look what I have done. He thinks that he's done something wrong by not managing to stay alive. And when he looks at me as his father, and if I'm thinking that I'm so bad off, I'm actually not helping him to continue as a spirit.
Mm.
So the only thing a parent, someone that you love, can do for a person that died is to realize he's not his body, he's a spiritual being. The body died, but he needs help. And he knows that it's difficult for you, and if it's difficult for you and if you make it like a big thing that you cannot overcome, you actually damaging him. It's very hard for him to continue for whatever the continue is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to help someone that die, don't make him into his body.
Mm.
The body died, the spirit did not die. How do I know? Because as a father, as a mother, even more, if a child die, she doesn't stop loving him. She doesn't love the body that get eaten by this whatever things that eating them. She loves him, the spirit. And if you show love, and if you actually find the good things about him, and if you tell him that it's okay, and if you tell him that you will continue, and if you tell him that you will take care of what he left, and if you tell him that you will take care of his business and his children and his affairs, and it's okay that he left, you will see that you will actually help that being. So the only good thing that you can do, if you really love him and you don't think about yourself, is to, with all the impossibility of it, because the pain is so big, it's impossible to understand. With all the pain, the only good thing that you can do is don't break down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't break down. Make it go right after it didn't. Make it go right despite the disaster, and separate your loved one from his body, from his possession. His body is his possession. And that will be the first thing you can do. This is for the first group. And the people will tell me it's easier said than done. Maybe, probably they're right. But we do not what's easy, we do what's needed, because we love our children, because we love our families. So we do for our families, we do for our loved one, not what's easy, we do what's needed. And if you understand that, if you really understand that that spirit is actually looking at you, and the only thing you can do to help that spirit is to explain to them that it's okay, it's part of life. It's not the right thing how it happened. It's terrible. It's devastating. It's barbaric. Whatever. It's not. But it's okay. You didn't damage me, your father. You didn't damage me, your mother. I still love you. Nothing changed. I will handle your affair. And all I want is that you will continue for whatever God prepared for you, and continue in a good condition, because you didn't leave us. You did the pain. There's no problem. We will manage with the pain. Yes, we are in pain, but you are more important.
Right. Yeah.
That's a
It's
different viewpoint.
different, but beautiful, amazing. Agree that it's easier said than done, but you're right. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's really real. It's true. The person is not his body. I love him if he lost a hand, two hands, legs, anything, eyes, hair. I love him. I don't love his body. So it's irrelevant what will happen to his body. I love him. I'm not after his body. I'm after his money. No, I'm joking.
Yes. Ah, that's too good. But yeah, yeah, that's amazing though. You're and that's I think that any mother, father, brother,
Yeah.
sister
Have to
can
to
understand
understand that.
that you
Have
don't
to
love the person's
realize
body.
that. I'm not after his body. I'm definitely after him,
The
the
spirit.
being, the spirit.
Okay.
So this is the first most important thing. And by the way, that's applied to both sides. Palestinians, a mother, Palestinian mother that loses her child, even if he was a terrorist, even if even if he was the worst terrorist, she still loves him. She has exactly the same feeling to her child like an Israeli mother. It sounds weird, but I
No.
promise you that from their viewpoint, the pain is as big, if not more. And from our viewpoint, the pain is as big, if not more. The mother is a mother.
Of course.
Even a mother of an animal feel bad. Of course, a mother of a person. And I'm not saying that they are animal or we are animals. I'm just saying an animal, like
Yeah, you can
a
see it.
lion
Yeah,
lose his cub. You can see it's the same thing. And the only good thing you can do is to love them, not the body.
amazing.
Okay.
I had that's beautiful, and I mean
Yeah.
I want to talk more about it, but Jessica, I want to hear from you on that.
Yeah, no, I get 100%. It is. And at the end of the day, we're very attached to the material, to the physical, to what we see, right, with our eyes. And so, of course, being able to connect to the soul, to the spirit, is it's absolutely, it definitely hits home. It definitely hits home.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely, completely.
We have a high responsibility, us that are not directly affected. Don't be mis emotional, and educate as many people that has been directly affected with this concept, with this truth, that the person is not his body, and the only good thing that you can do for someone that die is to release them from the burden of those that they left behind. And they believe, when you do something bad, you always somehow blame yourself. Believe me, they blame themselves. They blame themselves for dying. They blame themselves for things that they've done and left unopened. They blame themselves for sin they committed against their family, against their friends. They blame themselves for everything. If you're a good person, you let them know. And it's not important if you know they're listening or not. They are listening. You let them know that it's okay, that you totally 100% forgive them. And the only thing that you care is that they're perfect. And you will see them as the perfection they are. And you know that anything that was not perfect in their life is not them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you do that, you will have a tremendous relief because they will have the relief.
Mm. Wow. I mean, I have so many questions. I don't even know. I don't know if it's for this time, but just with God's spirit, does He take care of them? Does He tell them what's going on? Like, but I digress.
You need to join us on another live for
Yeah,
that. We'll do
exactly.
one on that. And we talk about that definitely. So we need to do that. What I want to say is on a practical level, you have people that are not directly affected, but that are really triggered, emotional, can't think during their day. All their attention is on this. It's hard right now for them. And they're seeing all this stuff. On a practical level, what do you recommend to them? Is it to like stop watching the videos, or is it to like what can they do to
Okay.
operate?
To
Oh,
operate, you need to do a few things. First of all, take a walk. What do I mean? You need to take your body and go outside and look at buildings, look at cars, look at things and tell to yourself, look, I see that, I see that. Find things that you didn't notice before, and you will see that 99% of what's happening around you, you don't see because your attention is on the past. Your attention is on all these pictures. So when you actually look at those buildings, etc., what happened, you will come to present time. Try it and you will see that you'll come to present time. And immediately after that, get into production. And every few hours, go out, take a walk, look at buildings, look at cars, look at specific things, and acknowledge that they are there. Look at the tree and say, ah, yes, I see that specific leaf. I see that specific point. I see that specific door handle. I see that specific light. Look at specific thing and acknowledge. Tell yourself, I see those things. And that will get you away from looking at the past to looking at what in front of you, which means that you're in present time. You will see that when right now you go, you don't see anything, you are not noticing anything. Why you cannot concentrate? Because all your attention is on the past. Your attention is the computer, is the processor. So all the processing, you processing those pictures from the past. But if you start to look at specific thing here, you will see that right now, if you'll do that, you will see that you are starting to process things that right now in front of you, those things will turn off and it will allow you to start to get into production. Find something valuable to do, clean, organize, find someone to help. Don't go and cause damage to other people. If you go to other people and tell them, did you see what's happened? Did you see what's happened? This is so bad. This is so bad. Now you turn your own pictures and you make sure that he will get stuck in his pictures and you actually damaging them. It does not help to do that. If you want to do that, find a professional person that can actually listen to you and acknowledge you and that can help you. But just to go randomly and to get everyone stuck in the past, it's actually evil. It's not on purpose, but it's
mm-hmm.
really evil. It makes very, very big damage, not only to you and to you, to me and to you, but everyone around get re-stimulated and everyone stop thinking clearly. And we right now need everyone to think clearly. We need
Yeah.
people to be in present time right now. And this is good for both sides. The Palestinians needs to do that. The Israeli needs to do that. I'm talking about human beings. I'm not talking about sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who is to blame right now. It's not what I'm doing. This is There's few people that can, few entities that will do that. You've got the government, you've got this, and there's a whole handling for that we've done in the first interview on the subject.
Yeah.
Right now, what the person can do, a human being, is this is what you can do. And I can say one more thing. There is a whole lot of viewpoint that the other side is animals. Um, and I want to separate a behavior from the person. A wounded animal will attack a person that want to help him. It doesn't make the animal bad. A wounded person will attack and make himself behave really badly. It's not justifying it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
justifying that it's okay that if I'm wounded, I'm going to kill children and babies and kidnap them. It's not justifying it. There's no justification for those actions.
Yeah.
There's no justification for killing children, never mind how, if it is by mistake or not by mistake, if it's planned or not planned. There's no justification. It's from both sides. Yes. Right now, what's been done in Israel is worse than anything that I've ever seen. The volume is much bigger. The insanity is much bigger. There's nothing, I'm Jewish, and of course, the Holocaust is something that really close to me. I said, you know what? The German killed people, yes, but they at least had some kind of a purpose to do. They kept lists, they were organized. They've done it as a machine. So somehow they removed the person from the machine. It's not justifying it, but there's a like open 0.0001% more sense than what happened in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
People that just go in order to kill children, people that you find people, a whole family hugging together with baby shot. So the same bullet hit the baby and the parent.
Yeah.
Cannot imagine that, yes?
What do we do
And
with that?
I'm sure that I don't know even if it's a good comparison, but it's bad. But it happened. It happened. And the only thing we can do now is recover. How to recover? Everyone wants revenge. Go for it. Go for it. It doesn't go. It doesn't help because it will not bring a solution. We will talk about what's the actual solution. I will give an actual, exact solution of what needs to be done. But to just go and kill as many people as we can and to just say, okay, fine, so they kill our children, now we're going to kill their children. So if he act as an animal, now I need to become an animal. No, not it's not logical. There's different ways to handle it, yes? And I
Yeah.
think that Israel will not do that. I think that Israel, throughout its history, at least try to be human, try to keep certain kind of rules of engagement. But the key right now is we as people need to not turn on the fire. We need to turn off the fire. So the solution will be logical. There must be a solution, but not an insane solution of go and kill everyone. Because Israel can go and just bomb everyone and kill all the people in Gaza.
Yeah.
Israel can. But
But
they
yeah.
are people. They
Yeah.
have children. They are
Yeah.
mothers. They are fathers. They have exactly the same. And there's in Gaza few million people and maybe 20,000 Hamas people. So now you're going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Don't think that it's correct. I wouldn't want that to be done to me. Yes.
I,
So
yeah. It's just, I guess, my final question, and maybe you've even answered it, but it's just what I don't even have words. How do you? I'm not a violent person, I don't want violence. I've never wanted violence, but what do you do? I know we talk about the past. but people that I know right now are in Gaza being captive. And so why I can't focus is because, as calm as I'm trying to remain, they're there right now. And every second that passes, it's my present. And I'm trying to play with this concept of of um of all of it. I think we're all very confused and shocked. And yeah.
The different handling for that, and there need to be force and intelligence. So the general, I will give the full handling within a minute, but the whole handling for the situation, the the way to handle those people that are there is, number one, to realize that they are already there, to acknowledge that they are actually there. Now, for me to help right now, and I'm not talking about what the government should do, what the army should do, different things. For me to handle right now, I need to be at my best condition. Being worried is not my best condition, because I will be worried and I will be paralyzed. So even the things that I can do, I will not do.
Right.
So the first thing is realize that there, acknowledge it, confront the fact they are there. That's done. It's not good. I'm against it. Not good.
Right.
But for me, if I want to handle it, I need to be at my best condition, not in my worst condition. So if I want to help in any way, the first thing, as an outsider, I'm not talking about the government, I'm not talking about the army, I'm not talking about what needs to be done there. That's a different handling. I'm talking me, you, the average citizen in Israel that don't actually go to the army. If he's in the army, it's different handling. But the mother that sit in Tel Aviv, a young person that sit in Beersheba, and from the Palestinian side, a mother in the side of the Palestinian side, the only thing you need to do is, if something happened to your son, it's happened. If your son is in jail, it's happened. If your children have been kidnapped, which is not the same, I'm not saying that it's the same. Yes, kidnapping citizens and babies and old people and young ladies and raping them and taking them through the street of Gaza, it's not the same like taking a person and putting him in jail after a trial. It's not the same, even if the trial from your viewpoint is not fair trial, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's different. So the first thing you need to do to acknowledge it happened, so you are in your best condition to help. Otherwise, you not only you're not helping, you're destroying. If a person is in a bad condition, it's not that he doesn't help; he will destroy.
Right.
In this universe, there's nothing that stay the same. If you're not actively improving the situation, you actually destroying the situation. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we should go through the
Yeah.
comments.
And do you have to run, Jessica?
And you have to run, Jessica.
I've got to run. Thank you so much
Okay.
for your
Thank you.
time and for doing this.
Thank you for your time and for
Thank
being
you.
on here.
Thank you.
We'll do more. We'll talk about deeper stuff.
Lots
also.
of light and love to everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.
First of all, those were amazing answers.
Thank you.
Very amazing. Okay.
Let's look at the comments and then we'll go into the actual handling. What's the handling for all of this mess?
Definitely. Okay, great. So, okay, so I'm just going to the top here. So, there was a few more people that joined, Lisa and Poonam and
Facebook users.
Facebook users that we don't see your name, unfortunately. Josh said, great conversation. Marcel, wow, thank you. Monica, you are not without emotions, that judgment that you have to face. I love Mayor. Yes, I do too. Gary said, one's terrorist is another's freedom fighter. Unfortunately, each other will lose their freedoms. Unless there's this shift that we spoke of. This rings so true. This is the way forward, people are saying. Curtis, wow, all your attention is stuck in the past. I love the handling of this. Just take a walk and notice things that I didn't notice before. Great tool. Ahmad, no one is born as a terrorist or fascist or any other label. They become the effect of their circumstances for which there are other people to create. So there are many people that are also accountable.
That's not true. That's
Okay.
not true. This is saying that everyone that got born is just a stone that is the effect of the situation. So if everyone live in, let's say, Gaza, does all the people in Gaza terrorists? No, of course not. A terrorist get created by brainwashing. Hate get created by brainwashing, by amazing programmed uh, viewpoint that cause the person to hate to such a degree that he believes that the other person is animal, even if he sees someone that is not. Now, I want to tell you how this is true. I've actually heard today a story in Israel. I told you that in the last interview that if a terrorist will hold me, I will actually explain to him that I have a family and I actually want to help and all those things. So there was one of the survivors of this attack is a woman that was held by two terrorists, and she started to tell them, "Look, I have children and I have family, and I want to help them, and I want to help you, and I want to help you. How can I help? Maybe I can make you food. Maybe I can bring you. I have some cigarettes, and I can give you." And a whole lot of conversation, and they started to realize that she is not the animal that they've been educated that she is, and they made sure that she will get safely out of this situation. People get programmed to become, to have a viewpoint that the other person is an animal, so he become a terrorist.
I was going to ask about that. When you say programmed, when you say brainwashing,
Yeah.
what for somebody that brainwashing is such a general word thrown around. How does that work in a nutshell? I don't think you have to do a whole.
Imagine if I educate you that there's a group of people that stole your land, that rape your parents and your ancestors, and that all they're doing is day in and day out kill your children. And I will take pieces of truth and combine them with the pieces of truth. And I will tell you that the Bible said that we need to kill all the Arabs. And the Bible said, and you believe in God, and that you have to believe in God. And the Bible said that the only way for this planet to survive is to cleanse the planet from this betting that is Jews or Arabs or Muslims or Christians or whatever.
So it's these repeated stories.
Repeated story that you believe in it. Now you can see it in people that don't, people that are in a specific religion. They're brainwashed about how good is the religion and only this religion and how all the other religions are bad. And those people are brainwashed and they are sure that they are not. Every single religious person, and I'm talking about religious as a fanatic religion, religious is sure that his religion is correct and everyone else's religion, they're just stupid. They just didn't see the light yet.
Yeah.
And the only person that is right is when he sees the truth in every single religion. Because if there is God, and I just called God Johnny and someone else called him Juju and someone else called him Boo Boo, if there is one God, and I know there is a God, and everyone agree there is one God, and God has different messengers. It can be Muhammad, it can be Jesus, it can be Moses, it can be whatever. But there's one God, and this God is the one that we all answer to. And we going around and we said that we are the only one that's right. It cannot be, because if we are all working the same God, it cannot be. If we're all being created by God, it cannot be that it is just one viewpoint.
Yeah.
Just one viewpoint is a proof that you are colossally wrong, super wrong. Why? Because to understand anything, you need to understand all viewpoints.
Yeah, 100%. And people get locked on a viewpoint. The idea of entertaining the other side's viewpoint
They
is
don't
like,
understand their own religion. I sit with people that, for example, Christians or Muslims or Jewish people or different religions, and I sit with them and read with them their own books, and they don't actually understand.
yeah,
They buy what they heard, what someone told them about it. But I can prove to you that take any religion, and I'm willing to put money on it, any religious person, come to me with his book and I'll show him he doesn't understand what he reads. Otherwise, unless if he actually can tolerate all other religions.
yeah,
Jehovah Witnesses are sure that they are the only one that right and all the stupid people. The Jewish people sure that they are only chosen people, and all the Gentiles are other. Every religion has this viewpoint.
yeah. You know, in my school that I went to, the final course that we had to do, we had to study religion. So we studied Taoism, Buddhism. We read the Bhagavad Gita. We read the Bible. We read the Quran. And ultimately, every single person that did this course had the same realization that all these religions are beautiful and are so connected. And you realize that every religion has truth.
Yeah. So
That's amazing. So I want to jump here to Jessica's question. By the way, we'll go through everyone's questions, but Jessica, because she was on, said, I forgot that one more important question. You said that there are only 20,000 Hamas terrorists in Gaza versus a million and so Palestinians.
more than a million, few millions.
Yeah.
Very short, in a very, 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 very small area. If you think that Israel is small, so Israel has, let's say, 8 million people in a specific area. So I think the Palestinians, if I'm not mistaken, there are 2 or 3 million people in 15% of the size of Israel. It's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. So she said, I understand Palestinian mothers are in pain over losing their children, but how do we reconcile the fact that Arabs and Palestinians in Gaza and all over the world are celebrating rape, beheading? How do we reconcile this celebration of these barbaric and humane horrors? The Jewish people don't celebrate death.
Yeah. So for them, what they see something else. From their viewpoint, they don't see rape, etc. What they see is they say, look, this is Mengele. Mengele is in the SS time. There was this terrible, the worst doctor that was doing experiments on babies, on children. He considered to be the worst SS person.
Okay.
So from their viewpoint, Israel is their Mengele, and when Israel saw Mengele die, when Israel saw one of the Nazis die, all the Jewish people were extremely happy, regardless of how he died.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not justifying for them,
of course.
but they have a different viewpoint. They're brainwashed. They don't know the actual information. They don't see what really happened there. As I said, they're brainwashed. And they don't see the actual horrors.
Yeah.
They don't. There is no explanation to what's done there. There is no justification to
Of
what's
course.
done there. It is not terrible. There's no words to explain how bad it is, how evil it is. But if I will explain it, how bad it is or how evil it is, from their viewpoint, is as evil what the Jewish people doing to them for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years.
Yeah, 75 years. I had people commenting on my post.
Yeah.
You've been doing this to us for 75 years
yeah.
and you cry over 2 days.
Yes. So basically from that, it's not true. I don't think that it's true. Like our viewpoint is not true. It is insanity. It's a bunch of lies from both sides. It's not a lie that they've done what they've done in Saturday. It's not a lie that the Israelis hurt children. Israelis hurt Palestinian children, hurt Palestinian women. Israelis done bad thing as well. So the Israeli will say, yeah, but it's not as bad. We didn't come in order to kill children. We're always trying to protect the innocents. True. But for the mother that lost the children, it's the last thing that interests her what was your intention when you released the bomb and you felt a small knock in the wing. That's all what you felt. Now this is talking about the head of the Israeli army is a pilot, was a pilot, and someone asked him, "What do you feel when you drop a bomb on the Palestinians, on human being?" And he says, "A small knock on the wing,
Like nothing.
like nothing,
I just
just a small knock on the wing." Because from the Israeli viewpoint, they're so justified at what they do
yeah.
that it's nothing. And
Yeah.
from the Palestinians, they're so justifying what they do that it's nothing. It's not justifying what they've done. It's incorrect. It's
Yeah.
not human. It's worse than animals. It's worse than the SS, I'm telling you. I'm telling you it's worse than the SS. But they have their own viewpoint.
Yeah.
And it's not a question of who is right and who is wrong. Both rights are wrong.
Yeah.
Both rights are wrong. What was done on Saturday has no forgiveness. There's nothing to talk about. No one doing it.
Yeah.
No one doing it.
Yeah.
No one doing it. It cannot be explained.
Right.
The fact that they're holding the hostages, it's not right. It's not even correct to say it's not right. It's like making it's not right that I smoke a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no words for
There's
how.
no word to explain how bad it is.
Yeah.
But you need to take two viewpoints, and the only question is: so what is the handling? What is the handling?
Yes, and which we'll still get to in just a moment. So, but Jessica says, how can't they see that Hamas keeps their women and children when Israel tells them to get out via text and pamphlets? Can they see Hamas is poison for Palestinians and all our future?
Yeah, but from their viewpoint is, of course, we come with M16 and a few RPGs, and once in 27 years we killed 400, 800, 1,000 people. Okay, you've been killing for years, for 20, 30, 40 years. If every one of those attacks, every time we killed you one person, you killed 200. If I count all the number of Palestinians that you killed, so from their viewpoint, it's terrible as well. The Israeli don't want to confront it because for every one of those attacks was justified. Israeli said, but you started. Okay, I understand. You might be right, you might be wrong, but the pain of the mother is the same pain. It's not important if she has a religion of Judaism or her religion is Muslim. The pain is the same for both mothers.
Yeah. So in other words, because Jessica said it's always in defense, but that Israel kills.
But
that's what the Palestinians
they
say.
Thinking they
the
defend
Hamas is
themselves.
saying they're defending, even though it's terrible.
It's that's
so that the
therefore
whole
that's
thing-
their viewpoint. If you raise your responsibility, and again, this is what has been done on Saturday. Unforgivable.
Yeah, it's
It's
again,
not forgivable.
We're giving a dish. We're giving. Points
I'm not talking
yeah,
about.
not-
I'm not talking about that specific action. That specific action is unforgivable. It's barbaric. It's worse than the Nazis. It's bad. It's like it's worse than Pearl Harbor. It's
disgusting. It's terrible.
It's no nation will take it.
Yeah.
Not even that. There's even other things. No nation will take a suicide bomber that go into a party in Israel and explode himself.
Yeah.
So this has been done for years.
Yeah.
But no nation also can live with airplanes dropping 5 tons bomb on a building.
Yeah. Or this guy said, "Look, you've cut our water supply. You gave us
Yeah.
bad water. So no nation would live without either. Imagine you had no clean water.
Both side is insane. We need a solution, not to intensify the insanity.
Yeah.
So the fact, if I don't give you water and if I don't give you electricity and I cut this thing, first of all, I don't have to give you. No one made me your supplier.
In other words,
I don't have.
Israel doesn't have to give.
Yeah, I don't
Gaza.
have to. And if you shoot me, believe me, I will not give you.
Yeah.
So that's number one. And number two, definitely not after you went in and you killed
Our people.
1,000 innocent people, let's say 200 soldiers, 800 whole families,
Yeah.
babies, kidnap babies. Who kidnap babies? Come on.
Yeah.
Who take children and get them into to have other Palestinian children and hit them? You don't do
No.
that. There's a line that you don't do.
Yeah.
But it has been done.
Hmm.
It's not okay. And I'm not saying here that Israel is a totally
Yeah. Innocent
white,
angel.
innocent angel. No, no, no. There is a lot of justification. I want to explain to you the word justification. Every one of you that listening to me committed at least 10,000 sins in your life. Now you think, no, I maybe committed one or two sins. Why? Because the 9,998 sins that you don't consider as a sin has been justified. He attacked first. He killed more people than I killed. He stole from me first, but he has money, but he always lied to other people. You justify it, you explain your action, which make your sin not a sin. But I want to give you to a wake-up call. A sin is a sin, with or without justification. The fact that someone steal from me do not allow me to go and kill someone randomly. The fact that someone come to the neighborhood, let's say, and kill someone do not mean that the whole neighborhood can take any person in the street and kill them. I'm in South Africa, and let's say that a black guy come and kill someone in one house. Does it mean now that all the white guys can go and kill all the South Africans or all the black guys? Or the opposite, one white guy went into a city of black guys and killed one black guy. Is that a good excuse for all the black guys to come and kill all the white guys? It's like, it's
Yeah.
nonsense. It's
Yeah.
just justifications.
Yeah. An eye for an eye, but it's justified why it's okay to take an eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye just make a lot of people blind.
Yeah.
I would say more is if you have a situation when someone doing something bad, is stop it, don't take his eyes, but get him to see what is done. He will take his own eyes out if he will understand what is done. An eye for an eye is bullshit. It doesn't solve anything, because he took my eyes, so now I want to explain to him that it's not a good idea to take eyes, so I'm taking your eyes. You don't learn anything from it. You'll see that in all times, in the Roman times, when they just killed each other and kill each other and kill each other brutally, it didn't bring about prosperity. Prosperity and sanity came when an eye for an eye stopped being. Because if you stole from me and I cut your hand, it's not really a good solution, because I didn't solve the source of the problem. The problem is not your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Totally nonsense.
That's
Eye
it.
for an eye.
Yeah. A great answer. Okay. So, okay.
People that don't know how to fix the source of the problem will go for an eye for an eye. So you'll have another 500 years of wars. Thank you very much. What did we do with that? Lots of
Exactly. That's
lots
what
of
we're-
blind people.
Yeah.
And this is what really happened. You've got lots of blind people that do
Yeah.
lots of stupid things.
Yeah, and when you're not willing to see another point of view, you are essentially blind. It's my way. And okay, so Josh said it's so hard to be the bigger person after witnessing such horrors. When we see a lot of the same things over and over with no change, no outlook for hope or for change.
Yeah, it's from both sides. From both sides. So from the Palestinian side is X. From the Israeli side, you've got an intifada and people coming and exploding in a restaurant themselves. And the Palestinians say, yes, but you keep us in an open air cage. Yeah, but the handling is to go into a restaurant and explode yourself and kill someone that actually supporting you, that fighting the government against what they're doing, what you're doing.
It's not the solution.
It's not a solution. It's stupidity. It's just you want to solve a problem and you make it bigger. So what's stupidity? Stupidity means that you do an action that instead of bring the expected result, bring something that make the situation worse. That's stupidity.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll read a couple things that Josh said. First of all, Anita, love that exercise works so well. Josh, good, bad, and evil are learned at home or indoctrinated at a young age. We need to find a way to give the next generation hope or a chance to avoid an evil outlook.
Yeah, so there's two things here. Number one, everyone has a logical mind and has an evil mind. Everyone. How it's been created is did not created in this lifetime, and when the evil mind get restimulated, get turned on, even God will not help that insane person. So the handling is not eye for an eye. The handling is removing this evil mind to find the actual source of the problem and handle it, not to make people blind and insane. At least let them the ability to learn with eyes.
Yeah. And so then Josh went on to ask, sorry, I lost it here. Okay, so okay, how do you find peace with a group that wants you and your people exterminated off
I'll
the
explain.
earth?
I'll explain.
Okay,
that.
okay, fine.
This is in the handling.
Okay, I'm not going to read every single thing here. Didn't you say it was an inside job? So isn't your government to blame? And what would you say about
it is an inside job, and I'm not looking for who to blame. I'm looking for how to fix it.
Yeah.
Because blaming, okay, so you are to blame. Did I fix something? I found that Bin Laden was to blame for 9/11. So we killed Bin Laden. Did we finish the problem? No.
Yeah. Yeah,
We didn't
exactly.
finish the problem. Yes.
Okay, perfect. And what would you say about Amnesty's apartheid claims? The whole claim that
So what is apartheid? The word apartheid mean to take a specific group based on its origin and say that this group is not good because they have an origin of black, white, yellow, purple. What's happening in Israel, there's not something against specifically Palestinians. There is a fight between two countries, two groups of people. So where is the apartheid? Where is the apartheid? We don't. It's not that I'm taking away from you rights, and even if there was an apartheid, let's say that there was, how does it help me to solve the problem? I'll go with you. Apartheid. Israel doing an apartheid. Does it solve the problem?
no.
No. Good. So we need to find something that solve the problem, not that make the problem bigger. Did apartheid in South Africa finish by people saying apartheid? No, it solved by enough people becoming sane enough so they found the solution. In other places, when they didn't find a solution, the local people took over, and the country is up to now in much worse condition than what it was before. Look at Botswana. Look at other people. Atrocities that the local people doing against the local people.
Yeah.
It's 10,000 times worse. So you've got an independent from the whites, but you are slaved for a few insane people. It's not a solution.
Yeah. 100%. Okay, great. And that's even that alone is a whole topic. There's a few big questions here, but I think a lot of it we have answered. I think that what's interesting, especially so that we don't go overwhelmingly long into this live, let's start to get into what the solution is. We've understood that there's the two sides. We've understood each one has their views and they're sure they're right. It's justified. Each person has their history books.
Okay. So here is the principle. For atrocities to happen on both sides, the group has to support it.
Yeah.
So if terrorists come from the Palestinians have to support it. If the Israelis send bombs that kill children by mistake or not, it's not important. The group have to support it,
Yeah.
which means the group has the power.
Right.
Okay. What is the handling? The handling is as follows, and hear me out as a whole plan, and then make up your mind. What I'm saying is the following. There need to be an agreement that says that both sides are not allowed to attack the other side for any reason by anyone. If someone attack, let's say the Palestinians shot a missile by mistake, I don't care how it happened. It happened because they had a technical problem. At that moment, there is a very specific consequences. Let's say 1 kilometer of the Palestinian do not belong to them, and it's not Israel that enforce it, an international force enforce it. If Israel attacked the Palestinians, shooting one bullet, Israel lose 1 kilometer. If there is not just a missile, if a person come and get exploded in and kill children, 5 children, 5 kilometers. 5 citizens, 5 kilometers. Every citizen equal 1 kilometer. So this is a very big gun to the head of those two countries. And what you want is you tell the two countries now you have two options: sit and come up to an agreement, or continue as you are. Continue as you are. You want Israel, you're not allowed to come to Israel. Israel is not allowed to come to you. You want to go to Egypt, you want to go to Lebanon, you want to go to wherever, go, not to us. You can go to Egypt, you can go to the sea, you can do whatever you want. But to Israel, you're not coming, and Israel is not come to you. But if you want prosperity, it's probably a good idea that both of us will come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Both sides has to agree that if they do use weapon against the other side, there is a very specific retaliation, not by Israel, not by the Palestinians, by the international community. And if and what will happen is when this is agreed upon by the people, and if the government do something against that, let's say the government decide to attack, the people of Israel, the people of Palestine, have the rights to vote and throw away the government. And if someone violates it, there is an actual, not a unifil, which is useless force, not nonsense like the UN, like an actual force that composed of mercenaries, people that get paid for what they do, soldiers that get paid. They don't care if you are white, black, or ginger. Those mercenaries, let me try and fix. Here we go. Those mercenaries simply go and execute the command because they get paid for it. Lots of money. It's not me, it's not you, it's not the US, it's
A job.
a job.
Yeah.
You done something, they, not you, decide you've done it. There is enough proof that go to a specific tribunal, and in 24 hours, this tribunal decide if you've done something, you lost a kilometer. The border move a kilometer, and if there's building there, they're going down. And if there's people there, they pushed in.
Yeah.
And anyone that stand on the way die.
Yeah.
Now, if this has happened, believe me, Israel and the Palestinians will forget their differences and they will come to an agreement. But it has to be black and white. It has to be unquestionable. It has to be not involved by Israel or the other side. It has to be so strong that there's no question about it. And the only way that Israel gets support from the US and the only way that Hamas get any money from anyone around the world is once they get to a peace agreement. And if there's not all the money for both countries, stop. You want money from the US? Not a problem. The US will help Israel as much as they want.
Once there's an agreement.
Once there's an agreement.
That's great.
Hamas, you want money to improve, to build whatever? Not a problem. Get to an agreement. If you don't have an agreement, we don't give you money. You can print your own money. We're not giving you money, and you cannot do much because you are locked, and Israel will not survive without the support of the US.
So that's it.
Simple.
Yeah. I see. So the idea is basically to put a very big cutthroat agreement in place to say, guys, you need to be adults and reach an agreement.
Enough with this nonsense. You cause enough pain for both sides, and you cause enough nonsense. And if Iran get involved, or someone else get involved, the Palestinian will suffer. You want to get involved with Iran, and you take money from Iran. Every cent you take from Iran or from any other group, 1 kilometers away, by the Wagner force, by these people that don't care if you are Jewish, Palestinian, Turkish, or
Whatever.
whatever.
So now, for the people that say, yeah, but the only real solution is for us to. So there's two sides. One, annihilate the terrorists.
There's many people try to annihilate a lot of terrorists. I didn't see any terrorist group that done. Why? Because terrorism is not a group; it's an idea. You cannot kill an idea.
Okay, so a new head pops up.
So there's no ISIS, so there's ISIS. There's no ISIS, so there's Al Qaeda, and there's no Al Qaeda, there's this. And the US tried to do that in Vietnam, and they tried to do that in different places. And Israel tried to do that in Lebanon, and tried to do that in the Western, in Gaza, and in the other places. It doesn't work. So how many more years do you need to understand that you cannot win an idea?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Okay, so that's on the one hand.
The Roman tried to do it against the Christians, and the Christian won. They made them Christian because there is nothing stronger than an idea.
Amazing. And that's an amazing point, by the way, just in general. Now, what about the other side that says, well, it was our land and Israel needs to be in the sea, and our solution is give us back the land?
Not a problem. Not a problem. If you say that, first of all, factually, it's not correct.
But they have their history books that say it is correct.
And it's not a problem to actually prove it. But even if it's correct or incorrect, does it actually solve the problem?
In their view, yes. We have our land back.
So can I go and have you push to the sea because I think that I'm right?
What do you mean?
I'm the Israeli. Can we push you to the sea because we think that it's our land, and you push us to the sea because you think it's your land? It's not a solution because it doesn't open the door for handling. A solution will open the door for handling. What I gave you is peace. Both countries coexist, helping each other, like Japan and the US helping each other, like the US and Germany helping each other, the Germany and England helping each other.
So that brings, Shmuel says, but the leaders in the two sides want the conflict to continue. Why should the leaders agree against their personal interest?
Because that's why I said that it has to start from the people. If enough people will go and put together the message of leaders, you are liars, you are irresponsible. If Israelis don't know that, I think they know it by now. If the people in Gaza don't know it, I think they know it. Look at the condition that you live. You left it to your leaders. Look what's happened. No, we telling you what we want. We want peace at any logical price. What does it mean, peace? Peace do not mean not fighting. Peace means prosperity, maximizing the potential of each side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finding out and involve more people in this peace. Because if you really come and you say, this is what's happening, who will say no? How can someone justify a no solution for that? So, but they killed our children, but they're already dead. You want more children to die?
Right. No, of course not.
So what's... There was many people that died in Pearl Harbor. Yet, the American had a war, and by the end of the war, there was a peace, not continuous war.
Right.
This thing needs to be the same. I would suggest against a war. But if you want to go for a war and kill up many people, fine, play this game. But have one thing very clear at the end. At the end, there need to be a peace. And this peace have to be controlled by enough force. There need to be 50% force and 50% intelligence. There need to be enough force, not by strong Israel or strong Palestinians, but enough force by a third party that says, look, there's a big carrot that called US money, called prosperity to the people. And if you want to come to an agreement, we will have an agreement. And if you don't want to have an agreement, and if you don't want to change your mind, not a problem. Not a problem.
I see.
But then at least we know you want to die. And then if you refuse to this offer and you want to fight, then let's say Israel wants to fight, then the US don't help. We don't get the support, and the Palestinians sooner or later will take over. And if the Palestinian doesn't work, Israel can easily wipe the Palestinian, and now it's justified because you, the people, don't want it. It's now not your government. You, the people, don't insist that it will happen, because if the people insist that they are done with this, it will not happen.
I see. That's amazing.
It's like the people
Yeah.
in Israel right now say to the government, look, we are done with having another round and another. No, we want handling. Just the handling is not correct because it's not a handling.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. They don't. There's no. Yeah.
It's not the solution, because let's say that we wipe Hamas. So what? There will be not Hamas 2. There will be Hamas 2.0.
Right. Of course. I see.
Because you cannot kill an idea.
Yeah.
You can kill all the leaders of Hamas, and it will take another 20 years, and there will be Hamas 2.0, worse times 7,000. Because in the meanwhile, there will be even more suffering and even more charge and even more. And the slave always, at the end, break the chain. Always.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. I have, I think, one final question, which is a current event conundrum. Okay. The question is this: you have right now a very real thing where Israel's moving into Gaza, and Hamas is saying that they will kill hostages, televised. What do we do?
If I was in Israel, I will ignore the threats, and if they will do that, I would just go in with much more force.
Even more, because
Yeah,
Israel's a stronger force.
Yeah, of course. If they do that, and for every one person that you kill, I will put a bomb on one hospital. Do you want to play that? I have more people that I'm holding. Everyone that you kill, I will kill 2,000.
Yeah.
It have to be force and intelligence. If this is the game that you want to be, you want to become even worse animal, not a problem. For every one hostages that you kill, I have maybe 10,000 political prisoners in Israel, terrorists. I'll kill 2,000. You kill one, I could kill two. Let's see. Let's see who will get first. You kill one, I'll send not 1-ton bombs. I will send a napalm on you. Let's see what will happen.
Oh, and napalm. Yeah.
Let's see. You want to play? Not a problem. We can play. And that's stupid.
I see.
I think that there is the line of evil has to stop.
Yeah, and the only way you beat that kind of evil
Now
is...
in a war, there's rules of engagement. You violate the role of engagement of the war. Hell is a very. You will need. If I was Israel, I will make it such that you will look forward to get to hell. It will be a holiday.
Yeah. Wow.
Israel is it's a much stronger force than Hamas. Gaza it's a cockroach in comparison to the force that Israel has.
Yeah.
So don't play with fire if you're not willing to be burned.
Yeah, I see.
You already pissed the Israeli off. This is just the beginning.
Yeah. So now 100%, that's for sure. Just the response to that, what would be a Free Palestine person's response to that?
To what?
To what you just said. So they
Well,
say, but look, you had thousands of our hostages. You guys are crying over
No.
a few.
We have hostages. We don't kill them in the streets. They're in jail. I didn't tell you that I will do that if you hold the hostages. You can hold the hostages. Fair enough. You kidnap children. We didn't kill that children. We don't have children. We don't have babies. Fine. You have hostages. I didn't say. I said that I want peace. I want to find a solution. But if you become more barbaric and you threat to kill the hostages, then then we need much more force to explain to you where your place in the world is, because Israel factually is much stronger. And if you want to play even more dirty game, we can, not a problem.
Yeah.
I'm all for force and intelligence. I'm not someone that just, oh no, we'll be fine, peace, love, and happiness. You will kill a hostage, so we need to be worried. No, no, no. You kill a hostage, I'll kill 2,000. I put a napalm on the main city. Do you want to do something? If you do something like that,
Yeah.
there's no rules of engagement anymore.
Right.
You kill one hostage on purpose. I'm not talking about someone die, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yes. If you kill one hostage, if you become an
If you
ISIS,
televise
if you become an ISIS, which you are already, the action that you've done is an ISIS type. But if you can't become an ISIS after the insanity that happened, it's not free Palestine. There would be nothing to free.
Yeah.
Believe me, there will be nothing to free.
Yeah.
And the Hamas on the north, with all the due respect to Hamas, if Israel will find itself a little bit too worried, there's always atom bombs. You're not dealing with the same level. It's not the same level.
Yeah.
So Israel will have 10,000 people die. So what? Out of 8 million people. It's painful. But there will be no Gaza. There will be no Hamas.
Yeah. That will be the end.
That will be the end. And it will
Yeah.
lead to World War III, and it will be devastating, and it's stupid. So why will you do that?
Right.
Why will you support that? Why will you support something like that? If I will be for Palestine, I will, one thing for sure, I would say, listen, in any insanity, in any war, even in Roman times, even in the most barbaric civilization, there was a certain level of humanity.
Even in war. Yeah.
Even in war, there is
Yeah.
a certain level of humanity, and that's
100%.
why there is something that called crime wars.
Yeah.
There is certain level of humanity. It's not okay that you kidnap babies,
Yeah.
babies, old people, young women. Has nothing to do with what's going on. It's not okay. It's terrible. It's atrocious. But if you take that and now you will try to kill them,
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
promise you, all the Palestinians will look forward for help.
Yeah. Absolutely. So of course, no.
And anything
go
less
ahead. Yeah.
than that, it will mean that the Israeli government is totally gone. Israeli will ignore the government, and we'll just take the tanks and the airplanes, and we'll just do it regardless of what the government says.
Yeah.
There will be a total
It'll be crazy.
meltdown.
And anarchy. It will be a takeover.
Total takeover, anarchy. The army will take over, will kill Bibi Netanyahu, and if he's doing it, I'm not saying that.
Of course, but let's say, but that being said, the basic message is that's the extreme if you misbehave. In other words, bottom line, we want coexistence. We want
a solution.
You propose.
We want a solution.
That's
there is a
the
solution, and the
ultimate bottom
solution
line.
comes from people. The solution comes from those people that say free Palestine. Stop being stupid and just say free Palestine like an idiot.
Yeah.
But come up with a solution, because free Palestine just say I'm right and you are wrong. Thank you very much. And the Israeli says I'm right and you are wrong, and a lot of people die. So other than being very I want to free Palestine, being useless. I'm talking about let's do something effective, not let's be stupid. Let's do something effective. How? Not by just saying free Palestine, but let's come up with a plan that it's actually pro-survival, something that bring a result, a pro-survival result at the end, and not killing innocent people, ISIS style, or like the SS, taking people and shooting them in the street. The SS did that.
Yeah.
This is not right. It's just not right, and it will open hell. God himself will come down and tell you, listen, it's not okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think Muhammad will say? Will he come and he say, yes, it's good to take children that you kidnap and kill them? No, I don't think that he will say that. It's far too smart for that. He will come up with a pro-survival solution. The whole Quran is not about fighting. The whole Quran is about creating pro-survival end result for the whole planet from the viewpoint of Muhammad. And the whole New Testament from the viewpoint of Jesus is how to bring love and peace. Don't do to your neighbor what you wouldn't want them to do to you. And the whole the Bible, any scripture of almost any religion says, look, let's create something better. They don't say, let's take babies hostage and shoot them in the street. Let's do a ISIS style decapitate.
Yeah, of course.
This is barbaric. It's just no one will support it other than the insane.
Yeah.
The insane will say ISIS was right. Okay, fine. If you think ISIS was right, God will help you. It's really interesting to know what are you doing, what kind of sins you commit that you feel okay with such a murder. Because otherwise you wouldn't feel okay with such a murder. You wouldn't offer it as a solution. It will be for your own government, for your own people. Look, I will support free Palestine, but there is red lines. You don't touch these innocent people. You hold them, I understand. It's fine. You've done it. It's done. But don't touch them. You protect them with your own body.
Absolutely.
That's what I would say. If my government would start to just kill randomly people, even if they are terrorists, if a terrorist come to Israel and shoot a person in the street and a soldier shoot him after he's been neutralized, in my opinion, this soldier should go to jail for the rest of his life. It's not okay. I will not support it. Of course not if he's a child that did nothing. So if someone thinks that it's an option, this someone already has been invited to hell.
Yeah. Powerful. Another very powerful live stream. Thank you for taking on all the questions. Thank you for answering so directly, and amazing answers, amazing solution. Just unbelievable. I don't think that there are many people, if at all, on the whole planet that are talking about this so freshly and if at all at any point. So it was really amazing.
Everyone basically just saying let's kill or free Palestine or free Israel or free this, but no solution, just more hatred.
Yeah.
I really, the only thing that should lead anyone that listening to that, is there a solution at the end? What can we do to bring a solution, not to make the fire bigger?
Absolutely.
That was Mandela, for example. He could justify now. He came out of jail and so much suffering, and he could turn everything around against the whites. But it was not a pro-survival solution. You understand? This is the greatness of South Africans, not just Mandela, that despite all the pain and everything, they said, okay, fine, we're going to fix this thing. We're not going to create more damage. This is greatness beyond greatness.
Yeah.
Because every single person in South Africa, every single black person in South Africa suffered. His family suffered. And instead of justifying it and using it as a method of, let's kill all the white, they say, okay, fine, let's find a solution. Let's create a better tomorrow.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that is the key. A better tomorrow. That's beautiful. A few people here. Amazing solution. Unbelievable solution. Unbelievably positive. Yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Another wow message, another wow live stream. Please share it. Please learn it and spread the message, because that's what is ultimately the idea. To make the world a better place, especially in the times when it's hardest to be.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Thank you.
That was amazing. I love you.
Baba.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being on.
Yeah, and we will see you at the next one, which will be when? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll see.
Bye.
All right.